Okay guys, back again with another tool review, tool teardown. Today we're going to be doing the 4.5-inch angle grinder by Drill Master. This is item number 60625. It is a Harbor Freight product. It does come with 2 extra carbon brushes, which is nice to have. It does not come with the grinding wheel. You will have to buy that separately. You can pick one up for $1.99, so they're not too bad there. But either way, you unscrew this bottom portion of aluminum, and then you will have access to the wheel. Underneath that you will have another piece, once again aluminum. Underneath here you will have an aluminum shield, or guard, or safety guard, if you will. This you'll remove by one screw, like so. Then underneath here you will have fiberglass reinforced nylon, which is just holding the bearing and then the metal gear on the back, as I will show you. But it is in fact fiberglass reinforced nylon and not aluminum. Something to keep in mind. Okay, go ahead and remove that. Okay, on the back here we have a nice machined gear here. You can see the machining marks. It was turned. This is a machined part. There's a snap ring holding it on, and there is a shielded bearing underneath. And then there's a little cover underneath to shield the bearing some more, a little plastic cover. And this is of course a steel. So not bad, steel. I would have liked to see aluminum housing here, but you know, tensile strength is actually the same for fiberglass reinforced nylon as it is for aluminum, but of course when it comes to heat and stuff they are not the same. So I would have liked to see aluminum here, but you know, they wouldn't have put plastic there unless plastic could do the job. It's just obvious that, hey, I'd much rather see metal there. Now go ahead and continue. Oh, and just to be sure here, we will test it. Okay, so yes, this is fiberglass reinforced nylon. We can tell by the glass sound cutting. Underneath here we have a roller bearing, and in here we have the brake. This is just one metal brake that feeds into one of these 2 slots here that was machined out. It's nice to see that that actually is a roller bearing. It's nice to see that it's well greased. You see underneath there we do have our pinion gear, and it actually looks helically cut, which is very nice. Once again, a machine part there. Surprising to see in an object that's only $10. And then right here we do have aluminum. The casting's not too bad. The ports here aren't too crusty. I mean, once again, for $10, I mean, look at those. Nice threads. Oh, and that reminds me, this does in fact come with a handle. We'll go over the handle for a brief moment here. The handle is just ABS plastic, going into just a cheap little plated screw, and that can go into either side, like so. Now it is ABS. It is not fiberglass reinforced nylon like the rest of the tool, but it's plenty stiff enough. You can get it nice and tight. Not too bad. Not too good, not too bad. But from here, we'll go ahead and take her down a little further. Okie dokie. Go ahead and slowly pull up here. Okay. Before we go any further, we will show just how good of a casting it truly is. I mean, for $10, you're not going to find much better cast work than that. It's very clean line here. There are some sharp edges. They obviously didn't round everything, but very clean aluminum cast work there for the price of the tool. We're going to go ahead and check the frame now. Go ahead and make sure that that is PA6. Once again, that is PA6 fiberglass reinforced nylon. And as I said before, this is a hardened pinion gear. Has a little snap ring on it to go ahead and keep that on. And underneath, it looks to be a double shielded bearing. I cannot see the size. It looks close to a 608. Let me see if I can't clean that off a little bit. See if I can't get that number for you. Okay, so I'm actually not seeing a number. Yeah, so I would have to remove that in order to get the number. We may do that, we may not. Now we're going to go into the back here. And just so you know, we'll go ahead and take a look at the cord before we do that. This cord is a Senjuang, so it's a 6-foot cord. It is SJT, so this is just a PVC cheap plastic cord, but you know, 6 feet, basic, it works. Once again, it's a pretty rigid backing there. It's PA6, just like the rest of the body here. Now from the back we can see our switch. We'll go ahead and see if we can't pull out that switch. Show you guys. Okie dokie. Now that we have that undone, we will try to go ahead and force that through. Right here it has some spade connectors. We'll go ahead and disconnect those. You know what? We'll just go ahead and pull it out because those are actually heat shrinked on there, so I don't want to disconnect them. Here's our switch. It does have a nice little bellows boot on it. It does have a very good detent on it. Now this is a Haunt switch, which is a Chinese company. They make a lot of different switches, pretty respectable company. And this is going to be rated at 10 amps at 125 volts. So this is well overrated. This is a 4.3 amp tool, so over twice the rating. Pretty decent there. And once again, they did take the extra time to heat shrink these. Not the cheapest you could make this tool, to be honest. Now as for the brush holders, they are just stamped steel. They are not brass inserted. But, you know, for a $10 grinder, what can you expect? We'll go ahead and take those out so we can take a look at them. Okay, so here they are. There's the brush. The brush holder's all metal, which is nice on both sides. So once again, we have a nice switch with all metal and PA6 glass fiber reinforced nylon. So very nice. Now we'll go ahead and see if we can't pull out this armature. Take a look at the inside of the motor. Just give me one moment. Now that's so hard to get out because that back bearing is actually pressed into the housing. which is good. There it goes. Okay. So now we'll take a look at our armature here. This is once again, a shielded, double shielded bearing in the back. That is going to be a YYSF 608ZZ. So this is a skateboard bearing, same size as a skateboard bearing, exactly like a skateboard bearing actually. And as we can see here, we do actually have some resin and epoxy going onto the contacts, and it also is dipped. It is lacquer dipped. It has a single direction fan, which is good. Gives more airflow than a bi-directional fan because this is only spinning one direction. So both sides do have bearings. It is very smooth. I could show you that if I could get my fingers out of the way. Here's where the balancer came in and balanced it. Overall, very nice. Very nice. This is a glass fiber reinforced fan here, so very good. All metal, steel here. Go ahead and take a look at the housing. Pull this out. Just a little dust covered. Keep the windings clean. As we can see, our windings in there are lacquer coated. Once again, pretty thick for this size tool. Our button is right here. Push it up, it'll lock into place. Push it down, it'll go out, and that's activated by this spring right here. And that spring leads to this, which actually presses in this switch in the back. So yeah, the switch has stake-ons, as you can see, which is a very strong way to do it. And these right here are spade connectors, but they are heat shrunk on there. And they're also heat shrunk on here as well. So very impressed with this tool. Very impressed. It's got 11,000 RPMs maximum. I have cut through steel with it. I have cut through wood with it. Fiberglass. Works well with flap wheels, cutoff wheels, grinding wheels. Now yes, you can stall the motor out if you apply a lot of pressure, but I mean, if you work with it, I see no task that this thing cannot handle. Well, relatively speaking, obviously, meaning that a task that some other higher brand 4.5-inch angle grinder could do. Well, thank you guys. Please subscribe, please share, like, send to your friends. Really like to become a bigger channel. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good one.